Hi friends, welcome to the next video. We are back at beautiful Posco Studio in the big room, and I just want to go over something that I've been getting questions about. But first, let me thank everybody that's been sending in super thanks and buying my books and music and becoming members of the lesson site. I really appreciate all you guys. I really do. It helps me to continue making videos. It inspires me. So that said, let's talk about this. Vocabulary across styles, okay? Now, there's kind of a myth that you need to have fills for all the different styles that you play. When you're a multi-stylist, this becomes a huge problem, not only in upkeep, but in assessing what you need and what you don't need. All right, so it's like you have this gigantic catalog of fills and you need to sort it out. Now, if you know what to do, that becomes almost like a non-issue anymore, because you know about rhythm. You can put things into rhythmic variations and rhythmic melodies and adapt it to every style. The rhythm is like a common thread in every style, in every genre. If you play binary phrases only, you're not going to be able to make your vocabulary fit. Okay, the typical thing is when you're playing, Latin music or Afro-Cuban or whatever, and you do rock fills inside that style. It just doesn't fit. So what you need to understand is how rhythm functions and how to adapt your current vocabulary into the different styles. All right, now I'm going to give you an example. This is something that I really love. It's based on the 3-bar cycle. If you don't know what the 3-bar cycle is, it's time to join the lesson site and get hip to what's going on in the real world of drumming. Okay, so this is the piece of vocabulary I want to show you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now, why is that based on the 3-bar cycle? Because it's this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, now listen again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what melody am I playing of the 3-bar cycle? I'm playing the second melody, okay? Starting on the E. If I start on the downbeat, it sounds like this: 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's a slightly different feeling. That's why you have to know all the melodies of the cycle, okay? Now, if I want to put this into jazz, let's say the obvious one, straight ahead, it sounds absolutely killing in straight ahead because it's almost like built for straight ahead. I mean, it's a straight ahead piece of vocabulary. So it would sound like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a no-brainer, right? No matter how fast you go, it sounds really great. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? And if you want to do it super fast, of course it works as well. You just have to know how rhythm functions. Okay? Now, super fast. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so there it is at pretty up tempo. All right. Now, if you want to know how to do that, you have to understand the 3-bar cycle at different tempos, because everything changes at different tempos. The way you look at it, the way you feel the 3-bar cycle changes. Okay, Now, let's take it to a different style. Let's take it in funk, okay? How about in funk, something we're all familiar with? 1, 2, 3. Very, very nice for funk too. How about Afro-Cuban? Afro-Cuban. 1, 2. How about Brazilian? How about Brazilian? 1, 2. As long as you know about rhythm, you can adapt your vocabulary to different styles and make it sound authentic. All right? So, this is what happens if you don't know what you're doing. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first thing that happens, okay? You put your rock or pop vocabulary into jazz. It just doesn't fit. The secret is knowing about rhythm. Rhythm will always allow you to adapt your vocabulary in a way that's tasteful, useful, and musical. First of all, there are many types of things like this that you can do to shift between the styles. And of course, there are many that are very idiosyncratic, to the style that might not fit in other styles. So you have to be aware of all that as well. Okay, one of these things is this thing that I do a lot. I love to play with this type of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not going to fit in rock, you know what I mean? 1, 2. It just doesn't sound right, you know what I mean? It just doesn't feel at home. Of course, there's room for that maybe if it's a fusion kind of a thing. You never know, but in rock, that's not going to work. So, both ways, you need to know what's going on. But the fact that remains that rhythm is going to help you adapt your vocabulary. Now, I'm going to give you another one. Another one everybody knows. That way we can relate to what's going on, right? How about oodlas? Right? Oodlas. I like to do alternating oodlas, which is this. Okay, not just straight oodlas, but like this. Starting with the right and starting with the left. So, of course, let's take it in jazz again, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, that sounds pretty good in jazz. It's a rock thing, right? It came from jazz though, okay? So how about in funk? You can do it in funk too. 2, 3. So it's a little more fusiony, okay? It's a little more fusiony sounding. And I doubt that I would maybe do that on a real funk gig, maybe, you know, more of like a modern setting. But again, there's your vocabulary. Know how to use it, know where it fits in, and know what to do in music. All right. So let's give you some more esoteric examples, all right? Now, there's this thing that every jazz drummer does, and it's this. It's basically, you know, the ride cymbal pattern here, and underneath the left hand is going to play this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, it just sounds like this. Now, one thing that everybody loves to do is groups of 5 and 7 on the bass drum underneath that. So that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That type of thing sounds really nice. You can do that, of course, in other styles. You can take it into Afro-Cuban. 1, 2. Of course, it sounds a little jazzy, all right? You want to be careful exactly where you're putting it. But if you do it tastefully, it absolutely fits, okay? Now, in funk, let's say, I don't think in rock, maybe rock, modern rock, you know, rock is more about, if you're talking about real rock, okay? Just the 8th notes and stuff, even 16th notes starts to get a little iffy for me when you're talking about real, you know, rock. Not heavy metal. Heavy metal is a different thing. Maybe there it'll fit. But if you want to do it in funk, okay, 1, 2, 3. Totally fits in that context. All right, it really fits. Now, once again, you have to use your musical sense, your sense of music, your musicianship, to really put that in the right place at the right moment and everything else, okay? But the whole point is, a lot of your vocabulary can be adapted into many styles if you know what you're doing. And that means being a pro in the sense that you are a musical drummer, all right? All right. That's my main idea for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, we have the lesson site waiting for you. $250 gets you into the full year program. We've got the online evaluations where you send me a video, I tell you where you need to go, or we do it live. I help you assess your current position and I make lesson plans for you. Also, we have the lifetime membership on the lesson site. It seems to be the most popular option right now. And we have the Elite program. The Elite program, 3 hours a day for 7 days with me. It's a very, very intense program for cats that really want to get it together. That's also a popular program around the world. By the way, if you are in Europe, you can do currency arbitrage, which means that if you're paying in euros, you'd pay a lot less than what it costs in dollars, okay? Or in the UK, even less. So it's always going to be in dollars. So a great opportunity for the Elite program for you guys, okay? So hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to play you out with some more ideas and see you on the site. Peace. friends, I'm here to tell you about an exciting new program I have on my lesson site. It's called the Elite Program. In this program, you're going to be working with me very, very closely while I guide you through the entire site. The Elite Program, why do I call it that? Because I'm searching for the most dedicated people to study this material. If you want to be a professional drummer, you're going to have to change your life. You're going to have to put drums ahead of everything. And I'm here to make sure that that decision is something that's going to benefit your life in the most positive way it can. Some websites have guest artists that come in and show you some stuff for about an hour and then they leave and you never hear from them again. You're stuck with the guys on the site that may or may not have much experience at all. In this program, you're going to be working with me directly, 3 hours a day for an entire week online, okay? We're going to be having conference online, video conference, 3 hours a day for a week. In this week, I'm going to guide you through everything, prepare you. I'm going to watch you play. I'm going to watch you practice. We're going to work together on things in the moment, okay, which is very important. Now, why the price, you may ask? Well, an online video session with me usually costs $270 for 2 hours. A private lesson with me in New York costs $100 an hour. A lot of guys charge a lot more than $100, maybe $200, $300 an hour. My price is $100 an hour. I think that's fair. So if you take that many hours with me, okay, 7 times 3, that's 21, that's $2,100. The price of the course is $1,900. So you're already saving $400 by doing it this way. $400 savings. Plus, you have the full year membership to the site with email support, Skype support, and everything else. This unique study situation has been brought about by the technology we enjoy today. Before, you would have had to travel to New York, hang out with me, come to my house, you know, have all those expenses of going to New York, which many guys have done. But now we can do things in a much more, let's say, efficient basis, more economical, and a way that you can be constantly in touch, not only having me in New York there while you're there. Okay, so this is, I think, an amazing opportunity to study. I've taught at some of the best drumming institutions in the world. That's not something that everybody can say. And I have all that knowledge right here waiting for you. If you're serious about your drumming, the lesson site is there. And I'm there as well, ready to make sure you get the most out of the drumming experience and having drums in your life. Okay? I hope you will check out the Elite Program. The most innovative curriculum there is comes from having the experience from teaching all over the world, drummers at every level from the highest drumming cultures on the planet. What you're going to need to participate is a way to interact with me online. You need to have a drum set up with your camera, your phone, or whatever. It has to sound halfway decent, and a good Wi-Fi connection so we have uninterrupted streaming. Now, as far as the price goes, if you use PayPal, you can break up the payments. PayPal offers you a variety of ways you can pay. You can use your credit card, and if you don't have access to those things, just write me and we'll figure out a way. But this is a very important program and I think you're going to love it. It's not a common opportunity to study drums, so I hope you'll take it and make the best of it. All right, folks, see you on the Elite Program. Peace.